Orlando wasn't even the shooter, you know? And the other thing is for Vegas, I'm quite sure if they saw the first one, they would have saw the second one, because it's the same circle of people. It had nothing to do with me.
The police officer, David Mack.
Never worked for me. At all, never. I never had a conversation with none of those dudes. Never met those dudes. They never worked for me. They knew Reggie Wright. They didn't know me.
The granddaughter of Police Chief of Los Angeles Police has been shot dead, focusing fresh attention on fears of a resumption in gang violence and the beleaguered police force. Lori Gonzalez, 20, the granddaughter of Bernard Parks, head of the LAPD, was shot dead late on Sunday as she drove after shopping in the city's Jefferson Park area. A lone gunman fired a sustained burst of shots into the car Mrs. Gonzalez was traveling in. She died from multiple wounds, but her male companion survived. Yesterday, a spokesman for the LAPD said it was believed that Mrs. Gonzalez was not the intended victim, but that no motive had been established. The murder is being investigated jointly by homicide and robbery squads. The murder comes amid fears that the shooting may be on the increase again after a number of years in which they had dropped. 8 people were shot, one fatally in a shootout in Long Beach at the weekend, the worst outbreak of violence in the area for 8 years. This is the concern, that with police facing their own problems, gang warfare on a large scale could resurface. Mr. Parks heads a force that is under investigation by the U.S. Justice Department over the corrupt behavior of a team of officers in the Rampart Division of the city. Officers have admitted to operating drug rings, shooting unarmed suspects, planting weapons, and fabricating evidence. The city is anticipating having to pay tens of millions in compensation to those falsely imprisoned. Last week, it was announced that 75 convictions had been overturned. 70 officers of the 9,000-strong force were under investigation. 30 officers have already been suspended, and an investigation has started when one Rampart Division officer, Rafael Perez, agreed to give evidence against former colleagues in exchange for a shorter sentence on a drug theft charge. He was jailed for 5 years for stealing cocaine that had been seized by the police and recycling it. Mr. Parks has come under fire in the media over the scandal. Although the worst offenses occurred when he took over, only the second African American officer to head the force, Mr. Parks enjoys the support of Mayor Richard Riordan, but has been criticized for not taking action against rogue officers swiftly enough.